Let's look at some of the headlines that is fascinating in Nigerian news platforms. You see that the statement that Nigeria-China trade hits 20 billion US dollars means that the total value of goods and services traded between Nigeria and China has reached 20 billion US dollars. In other words, the bilateral trade between the two countries has reached a record high of 20 billion US dollars, indicating a significant increase in economic exchanges, investment, and commercial activities between Nigeria and China. This figure likely includes Nigeria's exports to China, which is purely raw materials based, oil, gas, agricultural products, and Chinese exports back to Nigeria, which include manufactured goods, infrastructure materials, investment, loans, and other financial transactions between the two countries have hit 20 billion US dollars. Who has felt this hit? However, beneath this impressive sounding figure lies a more complex and troubling reality. From the above analysis, you will then understand how crippled we are as a nation. Here's the stark truth. China buys raw materials from Nigeria at very cheap rates. Using their bilateral relationship, then they uses the raw materials to produce manufactured goods and then sells these products back to Nigeria at inflated prices. This exploitative trade dynamics has enabled China to lift over 2 billion citizens out of poverty through direct employment in manufacturing. But Nigeria and Africa is a poverty capital of the world. The sad reality is Nigeria remains stuck in a vicious cycle of raw materials exploitation with little to no economic viability of profitability for its citizens. The logic is simple yet devastating. Nigerians bear the cost of taking the raw materials to the shores where they are being transported to China to process and to be manufactured into high-valued products. The cost of transportation, taxes, and labor is then factored into the final cost price of these products, which are subsequently sold back to Nigeria at exorbitant prices. Who gains from this arrangement? Certainly not Nigeria, but the Chinese. The Chinese nationals reap the benefits of direct employment, while Nigerian government officials are allegedly bribed with dollars to facilitate this exploitative trade. This stark reality highlights the urgent need for Nigeria to reassess its trade relationship and prioritize economic diversification, value addition, and sustainable development. Only then can Nigeria break free from the shackles of raw material exploitations and forge a more equitable and prosperous future for its citizens. Remain blessed and be guided.